What's up, everybody? I'm Dear Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna be showing you my Immortal build that we can make in the game. It's our vampire build. What happens is we're really strong, and every single time we hit the enemy, we get some health back based on a couple of things. And I'm gonna break it down for you in this video. So my family, without further ado, let's dive in. So before we get started, if you're new, make sure you guys subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. It supports me a lot. What we want to do is, this is the loadout I have currently using. My character is level 21. So I just kind of take you down the journey of where I'm going. The goal is, the number one thing you want to make sure you get is the healing execution. Healing execution is cool because every single time you kill an enemy and you do an execution, what you have to do to take down every single enemy, you get more health back. And what you want to do is to go up to level 2, because level 2 will give you even more health back every single time you hit the enemy, which is beneficial. So now what also makes it cool is if I go over to my claw attack, there's two options you can choose here. You can choose a long claw or you choose a short claw. The long claw is what you traditionally start with the game with. If you look at the little animation behind my head, it does the traditional one, and the second claw attack does even more damage. This one gives, the second claw attack does 30% more damage. This one gives you a bleed debuff. So for me, I went the other route. I went the short claw. Why the short claw? Because when hitting the enemy with a short claw, you gain 1 stack of offensive buff. So 1 stack offensive buff. What's offensive buff? You see the one down in the bottom left above my health bar? That's a offensive buff. So the more buffs I get, the stronger I am. So then, cool thing is, it stacks, because the next level tells you when having 5 stacks offensive buff, every short claw hit restores some health. So you're like, wow, that every single one of these hits is gonna restore some health if I have 5 stacks. So in case you're wondering, like, dang, is that hard to get? No, it's not hard to get, because if you notice, I go over here, 2, I'm already there. Now, if you notice my health, you see a little 8 next to my number. I'm gaining health every single time I hit the enemy. It's not beneficial for you to try to kill the enemy with your claw attack, because it doesn't do as much damage. What it does is stops the bleeding. So the cool thing about this, it allows me to stay in, have a lot of health throughout the battle, and I don't necessarily need to use my potions when in battle. Boom. So the enemy hits me, and let me go ahead and let it hit on me. Boom. Then, boom. Alright, he killed him and get 50 health back. Even on the weaker enemies. On the stronger enemies, you get even more health back. So, in addition to this, a couple of things you want to do. So not just am I just immortal as far as me getting health back every single time I attack, I also want to prioritize energized weapon. Energized weapon is cool because it restores energy when hitting enemies with a saber attack. And it does, even when you get to level 2, it does even more energy you restore whenever doing an attack, which you're going to be doing a lot of. I move over here. For my deflects, I really focus on that counter playstyle, because there's 2 ways you can do it. You can do a deflected playstyle, or you can do a traditional defense playstyle, meaning you just want to sit there and just eat the attack and tank them, and it reduces the damage you get by 60%. Me, I don't want to take any damage. It's a big risk, big reward. If you hit the deflect, you don't take any damage. If you miss it, you get killed, but you learn to fight another day if you do die. So now for me, what I did was I went this route, because this one says slightly decreases deflect time, meaning gives you a bigger window to get deflects, but decreases deflect damage. Deflect damage means when you deflect and the enemy is losing all their health, that's the goal. So for me, I went the precise way. So precise deflect increases deflect damage. That can deflect critical hits, but not bad, gains 1 offensive buff. So boom, if I get one of those, I can deflect those as well. Moving along, what helps me stack even higher is the fact to maintain my fight in case I ever lose it, which a lot of times we don't, is short dodge. Short dodge is cool because it allows you to perform a second dodge. And the second level of it, when successfully dodging enemy attack, you gain 1 stack of offensive buff, which allows you to, 1, you do a cool little red glow when you miss an enemy hits you and misses you, but you're stacking your buffs, so you're doing more damage over time. Over here, I just get this one, the long dodge, and this is one of the most important skills in the game, step and jump. I only got 1 level of it because that's all you really need. So that way you can dodge enemy attacks, even their criticals and unblockables. The only attacks you can't dodge in this game are the red ones. All you gotta do for those is get out of the way. but this is the one I highly recommend getting early. Over here, we got our energize to get our health back or our energy back sooner than later. We also use energized claw, which gives us more energy every single time we hit the enemy, and you get level 2 levels of it because the next level gives you even more. The feathers, I didn't dive into too much because I felt that I'd rather just deflect versus using that move to knock them out of their counters. But you can switch it up and kind of play with it in here to see what things you do like. I did like this ability. The feather dash is cool to close the distance on the enemy. If you get the max level, you get 1 offensive buff for doing it. But I feel like it's a lot of investment to get these 4 levels just to get that skill when you can just prioritize dodging or getting more damage for your character. Lastly, here's the next thing I got. This one you want to get is when you're full health, you permanently gain 1 stack of offensive buff. So it's like peak performance. And I got this one because it allows me to equip 2 plague weapons, so not just 1 when I'm fighting the enemies. So let me just showcase a couple of things for you. So the quick double dodge. I'm gonna let him hit me really quick so you can see what that looks like. Boom, boom, just like that. You dodge through the ability, taking no damage, have the cool little red animation, you have the sound effect, but every single time I dodge, it gives me back a level of my buff, which the highest level you can get for your attacking buff is 5. And sometimes it gets to the point where I enjoy dodging more than deflecting, but deflecting does so much damage because the way I have the precise deflect setup, allowing me to do even more damage when the enemy attacks me. And the timing in this game for the deflects is so tight that I love it. It's really precise, which makes things super exciting. And you can just switch it up. You can do deflect one, dodge you out the other one. But essentially what happens here, if I hit him again, I heal myself up every single time. I haven't seen a way to get it past 8 health being healed every single time, but you know, it's fine. If you get 8 health every single time you strike the monster, and when you defeat the monster, you get even more health back from the execution, it's not a bad trade-off. Which allows you to stay, boom, and kind of just blitz through everything. Next, let's dive into plague weapons. So, for plague weapons, I like the greatsword. I like the blood blade because it gives you more damage per hit. It only costs you 100 HP. And the greatsword is good because it's strong and it knocks the enemy off, which allows you to get some free hits afterwards. 2, if you want, you can use this one, and what it does, it turns your plague energy into health, which allows you to restore and heal on the spot. So you feel like you want even more health back, which I don't necessarily feel you need, then you can go this route. I just want to spend some time and kind of focus on what are some other skills that I will recommend getting. These you want to get these in between all your other skills. Get the sharp weapon 1 and 2 because it increases your attack, allowing you to take care of the monsters a lot faster. I show you the deflect, I show you my dodge. The claw, I didn't really get any more of these. This skill is cool because it steals the power of the enemies, but I didn't find myself using it too much, so I just left it where it was. Got the feather, I showed you the strategies, and this is cool. This one's kind of cool later on. Extends the time before enemies' wounds start healing, meaning that their white health won't start recovering until a little later on into the battle. So this is my build. Those are the skills I would prioritize if you're playing through. It makes the gameplay super fun, exciting. They made some changes. They listened to a lot of our feedback, and the game was actually really good. Came out really good. The action is good. The timing is good. The deflects are good. And the story is one of those situations where you gotta kind of figure out as you play. But this is my build. This is a build I played through the game. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new, make sure you guys subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Till next time, dear gamers, signing out.